The mic over there? Stay right here. Is it the mic there, Joe?
Testing.
She got it.
My sister, my friend, your brother,
Oh my God.
to Sophia. This is Charles speaking through me. You have always been by my side through thick and thin, sis. Shed tears with me when life became too hard to bear. And I love you for that. Sometimes we talk, and sometimes we did not. But that did not matter, because I knew you was always there. There when times we may fight and not always got along. But one thing I do know is that I could not got through this journey we call life without you, sis. You are my one and only sister, and I love you. I know I was a burden to you. You did not deserve that. I was wrong. The things that I said, I forgave myself to you in the Lord. And you will never be replaced. We both laughed until we almost cried, with real tears filled our eyes. I know you always had my back when everything struck. When trouble struck, you knew my darkest secret, and you never judged me. You validate my dream, and you let me know I am not in vain. The face I show the family is who they need to see. But you accepted me for myself, as God would let me be. If I could turn one wish to you, it would be the many things you've done. All the times that you was there, helping me. Know deep down inside how much you really cared. Even though I may not say I appreciate all you did for me, you walked by my side. You held my hand. You cried with me. You lifted me up when I needed you the most. When no one was there but you. And you did it all for me because you cared. Your loving brother, Charles. Cuz, I'm sorry for your loss. If you need to talk, I'm a phone call away. Love, Joanne.
Let us all bow our heads and give God some grace. Right now we all need mercy. So we call on God to help us through this day. We know that this is something that we all have to face. We all have to leave here. We're just passing through. But Charles was a good kid. I'm his auntie. And he loved coming to my house. Every day we would see each other. He grew up with my kids. They were all like brothers and sisters. And he's gonna be sadly missed. It's about my nephew, Charles. He was a beautiful young man, didn't have a lot of friends. One special friend, Clarence. They hung out together, went to school together. When you see one, you see the other. As a kind kid, he would always smiling, just doing his thing. Him and his brother Robert, on Fridays, We would go to their house, and before they leave, we leave, because they was at home. They would give us a free show. Charles loved his chopsticks.
Yeah.
And he would always beat Robert up with the chopsticks. So you enjoy that time with him. I knew I enjoyed it. And I loved him. Because he was not a bad person. Always good. Showed respect to me and everybody else. But we just have to thank God for what is left of him. We know that he has brothers and sisters. And we know that Sylvia was very dear to him. And we would always talk about Charles. She was always there to take care of him. It hurts, but God is going to give you mercy to get to him. It hurt for you, your mother, your brothers. It hurts. Just know that God has us in his hand. He takes us when he wants to. And trust me, I know God will heal you in time. Took two from me, my husband and my daughter. But I'm still standing on his word.
Amen.
And his word is trust me. Just trust me. And I will take you. So remember that. So he's going to take care of you. You're not alone. You have a lot of people that care about you. When you need someone, pick that phone up and say, hey, I just want to hear somebody's voice. Okay? I love you. I love Charles. And I just thank God I'm still here. Any one of us could be laying here, but we're not.
That's right.
So let's thank God that we're not here. He's going back home to God.
Yes.
So don't think that he's not. He is.
I am Cousin Bam from Chicago. Charles and all of my cousins here were like brothers and sisters to me growing up. Every chance I got from maybe 12 years old up until now, every summer, spring break, Christmas break, I was in Jersey. And I had a great relationship with them. Laughs up until 3, 4 in the morning. You had to be crazy to hang out with him because he was just as crazy, and we had a lot of good times. Crazy in a good way. The only person he ever hurt was himself. He wasn't no bully, he didn't bother nobody. We had a special relationship though, because I would come and visit him all the time.
All right, man. Take your time. Take your time.
He knew that I loved him. He knew. And I knew that he loved me. He never put me out. I didn't have to tell him I was coming. He always let me in. There was one time he gave me a key to his apartment. And that was rare. He was Martin before Martin. Animated, loud, a little extra sometimes. But it was all love. Wouldn't hurt nobody, only yourself.
Vanessa, Charles' cousin. Charles was close within the family. He wasn't like a outside kid. It was always his brothers, his cousins, my brothers, Mike, just the fellas. Uncle Lee, Uncle Mike, that type of situation. I love Charles, but I was always working, so I really didn't get that bond with him. But he knew I loved him, and he loved me as family. And I'm sad that it took this over 20 plus years to come down here, because I was going through my own devastation with my husband, my mother, her brother, her sister. We had a lot going on. And to keep some rules in my mind, mentally, physically, I went through a stroke, trying to keep myself together from going insane. So I can relate to what my cousin is going through, what she's been through, and what my Aunt Blandy went through with her husband and her daughter. You can't describe that pain, how that pain feels. People say, I know how you feel. You don't know how I feel, because I'm still mourning. I have days that I can just start crying out of nowhere. Then some days I find myself, I'm laughing about something about my mother. So, he's in a better place now. He's resting in heaven. He's with his loved ones, so he's not alone. We just have to remember and keep Charles in our hearts. And when you want to talk to him. I do it with my mother. I talk to my husband. It makes me feel better. So don't let nobody tell you, if you want to talk about him, talk about him. But just know that, Sylvia, if you need me, pick up the phone, or Nellie, Blondie, my family, period. But just a phone call away. I know we all got our own lives, we live busy lives, but we're still family. We're still family at the end of the day. But I love you all. And keep everybody in our hearts, and we try to stay in touch, because we're getting older. We're getting older, so we have to try to keep our cousins together, the younger generation, so they know who their cousins are. Like we did as a close family with my grandmother and my uncles and my aunts. That younger generation have to get that back. But long story short, I'm gonna get down, because I can go. I'm long-winded. I heard that. But I love you all, and safe travels to everyone home, and just keep Charles in your prayers. I love you all.
Charles already done said, let's go.
That saying I was saying, it was from Charles and Sylvia. This is coming from me there. Charles, Robert, Marcus, all of them. That was my ride out class. I trained them. Charles was my ninja. I used to make him go in the backyard and fight. First thing he do, he break out that karate stuff. Charles was my man. We did a lot of stuff together. I did everything with my cousins. They called me, I'm coming. Any one of them. Any one of them. I love him. I'm just sorry I wasn't here to see him alive. It took a long time to get there, but
We knew you loved him.
Charles don't hear me, but the family do. They know where my heart was at with them. This is to the family, because Charles don't hear nothing I'm saying, nothing. But the family know.
Yeah.
We ran the streets.
Yeah, y'all ran Jersey City.
We did a lot of stuff. Our mothers didn't know what we did.
Don't tell me.
We make it back to that, to make back on Armstrong, we were safe. But I want y'all to know right now today, I'm not gonna tell you. Your eyes is closed when you can't hear what I have to say to y'all. All of y'all in this room, you know I love y'all. I love all of y'all. Y'all need to know that now. Now while your eyes is closed, while it's open, you can hear me saying this to y'all guys. I'm there to the end with y'all. No matter how far you live, whatever you're going through, if I need to come, I'm coming. No questions about that. No questions about that. Every one of y'all. And I love all y'all. To the end. The death toll is over.
Hello everyone, my name is Audra Richards and I was Charles' social worker with Wake County. See him every month, sometimes twice a month. Based on everything that I heard, I already knew that. I've worked with Charles for 10 plus years. And he is the most kindest gentleman ever, respectful. Yeah. In our line of work, we have new workers coming in, and part of the onboarding is taking them out into the field. Charles was always my volunteer. Oh yeah, they can come. He always opened his doors, was very open to discuss any concerns. And the lady that just finished spoke here and mentioned about his sister Sylvia. Sylvia, he did love you. He talked about you highly. And I would like to leave you guys with this. Although I provide him with service, he's not just a statistics or number, he was somebody. Yes. I care for Charles. I encourage Charles, support Charles. So I just wanted to let you guys know this. Thank you.
Thank you.
So we're gonna get one more. I got to say something because I ain't a big talker, but I got to say something. Charlie, what you got now?
He done got up.
So I'm Mark. I'm Charles' first cousin. Me and Charles go way back. Like when I used to come up to Jersey City, I was born in Jersey City, I used to come back, and I used to pull up, and he'd be up in the top window, and I would say, "Hey, Sherlock," and he would peek down, and he would come down and show me around Jersey City and run with me and show me different places. When he came down to North Carolina, when Sylvia brought him down 20 plus years ago, I followed him all around North Carolina. I know he got tired of seeing me. He let me know that. He put me out quite a few times, he opened the door quite a few times, but I loved him. It was a connection that I could never tell anybody how I felt about Charles. He was just such a good dude, but you had to know him to love him, and he would let you know when he didn't want to be bothered. I respected him so much. I've had such a good time with him. I'm going to miss him. I love him. He's my blood, and I had to get up and say something. And Charles, you know, if you hear me now, you're probably saying shut up, but you know, I love you, man, and you know, I'll take this to my grave. You know, I just love you. I had to get up and say something. Bam. Bam.
Okay. Is it ring?
All good.
I wish you Well, just a moment, family. I would like to have a few words, and I have something for you. To the Oliver family, I was sitting there, I was listening to all the kind words you had to say about Mr. Oliver, and our condolences again to you. And that was Miss Shirley. And a lot of people in here from Jersey City.
Yeah.
This New Jersey represented over here. Welcome to the state of North Carolina. But I do want to, again, thank you for allowing us to serve you. And then I have something. Is this Mother here? Mother? Can I present something to her? On behalf of Big Funeral Home, I'd like to present you with this plaque. And it says the clock of life is wound but once, and no man has the power to tell just when the hands will stop at late or early hour. Now is the only time you own. Live, love, toil with the will. Place no faith in tomorrow, for then the clock will be still. Present that to you. Again, we would just want to say God bless you all. Safe travels back. Sylvia, we'll talk next week if you have something to call me about. God bless you all. Just stay as long as you wish. Yes.